All right, guys, what's up? We're here with episode 10 with 3.5 Asian Men. How are you guys doing? Thank you for checking in on us. We are here today to talk about hypothetical, specifically the question of what if. We have all the boys here today. I'm gonna start off with Tim this time. Tim, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm all right. It's nice to switch things up a little bit. Through a little curveball at Tarek. I saw your reaction there, but yeah, man, how you doing? I'm doing okay. We seem to be playing 2K a lot now, which is a lot of fun. So.
I'm just waiting for Tarek to wish me Happy Father's Day.
You said me?
Yeah.
Actually, with that being said, nice segue into Tarek. Tarek, how you doing?
I'm good. As A1 already said, my name is Tarek, aka the rap game Sparky Boo Man. I don't know why Tim wants me to wish him Happy Father's Day. I was gonna wish Chan Happy Father's Day because all these girls call him Daddy. You know what I'm saying? So I think that made more sense. But for Tim, I think Tim saying that is because
Tarek's my son.
when he beat me,
yep.
no, because he
Thank
beat
you.
me.
Move on. Let's move on.
So okay.
Oh my goodness.
Also, I saw that reference from Avatar, Sparky Boo Man. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Chad, how you doing, man? What's up?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, just chilling.
How's your Tetris game going?
What? Bro, my hands are free.
Okay.
My hands are free. Oh shoot.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are seeing Chan Young out of the shower, freshly out of the shower. This is a beautiful sight.
Wet hair.
Oh yeah, before we actually get into our conversation, yes, happy Father's Day to all the fathers that are out there. Yeah, it's a great day. Hope you guys had a good Father's Day.
Fathers.
We endorse fathers. We love our fathers.
We endorse daddies.
Okay. That's why we love Chan so much, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to my dad.
Yeah.
Happy Father's
Day. Actual dad. But yes. Yeah, so I was saying before, the biggest question of what if, and specifically, what if we didn't go to BCA? We talked about this so many times about our high school, but just to give you guys a quick rundown of what BCA was. It was basically like a poet magnet school from getting kids from all around the county. So we all didn't go to our town high school. We went to BCA instead. So I guess the main thing to start us off is why did we choose to go to BCA before we actually go into what if we didn't go? So if you guys want to answer, or anybody wants to start us off of why we chose BCA specifically as opposed to go to our town high school. So if anyone wants to start us off,
I could start first.
Yeah, go ahead.
The main reason why I wanted to go to BCA was just to get just a different experience from because we all from C-Town. Chan doesn't have this experience, but for most of the kids in C-Town, from kindergarten up until 8th grade, these are the same kids same kids you're friends with basically for 9 years of your life, right? Basically a huge section of your life, right? So my thing was, okay, I don't really want to spend 4 more years with these people. You know what I mean? I want to branch out, try something new, get some new opportunities, meet some new people. So BCA was a good extension of that. Also, I'd be lying if I wasn't excited to, maybe get into a better college as compared to what I probably would have gotten in, C-Town, excuse me.
I hate you. I hate you.
I'm sorry. I didn't do
anything. That's Tim's note right there.
Okay, but my point is
But did you end up going to a better college than you would have?
See, that's my point, because I think that's a huge misconception. I guess maybe all of us had, or a lot of people I've talked from BCA. When you go into BCA, you're like, yo, I'm about to get into Harvard, I'm about to get into Yale, right? But then dude, yeah, then I could get into Buckers, right? And you look at the statistics. Dude, I think it's just a huge misconception. If you work hard and you try hard and you're just smart, then I'm sure you'll get anywhere. I'm sure if you just went to your town high school or BCA, it wouldn't matter, right? Because you'll rise to the top. So I think BCA just gives you a bigger platform for that sort of thing, but I don't think it guarantees anything. So
I also to kind of ask another question. You said that you want to stray away from staying with the same kids for 9 years. Why didn't you pick a private school maybe instead, or was BCA just the first the only option that you had, or were you considering a private school or anything like that?
I was not considering a private school because that costs money. You know what I'm saying? So going to BCA, it costs C-Town money. It doesn't cost me money. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't have any interest in going to private school. If you look at the private schools in our area, what you got Dwight, right, which is basically paying for college before college, right? And you have all
Don
the sports,
Bosco,
all the sports
Catholic.
Catholic schools, right? I'm not playing, dude. I'm not good enough to play on those teams, right? And it's not like I'm getting recruited there anyway. So there's no point in me going there. So I would have just stayed in C-Town, if anything. But I wouldn't say C-Town was like, oh, I don't want to go here. But it was like, I'd rather just go to BCA. So that was kind of nice.
I feel that. Yeah.
Do you feel the same way, Iwang? Like,
yeah, I mean, it's funny that you say that, because I think I also want to like explore new opportunities, but I was also considering like private school as well, like low key. Like I was looking at Bergen Catholic actually, and towards like very minimal though. It was like Bergen Catholic and Regis. Regis is in New York City, if anybody doesn't know. Okay. Our kids in my school right now actually went to Regis and are for Bergen County, so that's, I don't know. That was also a school of interest as well. I never did anything. I didn't do like a test or anything for that. I think BCA was just like the main one, but I was not ruling out the idea of private school either. Also, like the idea of like getting a scholarship there wasn't, like out of the equation either. So I think, yeah, I don't know. For me, it personally is mostly BCA, but I was not against a private school option as well. That makes sense.
Isn't it a unique situation for you because your older sister went to BCA as well, right? So I think you had a more unique perspective.
Yeah, it's weird because I never really thought of BCA until like 8th grade. To be completely honest with you, I like my parents / my sister were like not forcing me or pressuring me to go to BCA. It was more like this is an option that you could take, and it was an option that I obviously took. Yeah, I kind of just enjoyed the fact that they just let my curiosity kind of take me there. It wasn't like, oh, it was more like, here's like an option that you could take. Yeah, so I appreciated that a lot, and I think it turned out to be a good decision for me. I think, but yeah, no, it was just like 8th grade thing, honestly. Like, because I know a lot of like parents and their kids like look at the school at like 6th, 7th grade, like so it's like, I don't know. For me to have a sister that went to BCA and for me to only like really look into it in 8th grade was kind of nice, and it was just like, oh, if you want to go, you could go if you get in, or whatever. So yeah. So Tim, Chen, do you guys have a specific reason why you chose BCA, or was it kind of similar to what Tarek and I said?
I think I agree with, or not agree, but I think I had a similar experience with Alex, where I didn't know about the school until 8th grade, or until like right before 8th grade, rather, not like during 8th grade. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't think it was because I want to leave or go to a new environment or anything. I think it was just like I just want to what.
You said C-Town.
C-Town.
I hate myself. Anyway. But yeah, so it wasn't because of that. I think it was more so as like I would try it out and see how it went, and I got in. So I was like, oh, why not? And I think what made it a lot more easier was knowing like I had like people that I was close with that was going. So I was like, yeah, okay, let's do it.
Chen, did you have anything to follow up with?
Yeah, pretty much. I just kind of wanted a new experience. I also wanted to like find like a new friend group. Not that like my like previous friend group was wrong or anything. No, not like that side. Like, cause I was like always looking at the Fabi kids, right? And like I wanted to change that. I was just like, yeah, like I don't
go to BCA and get more Fabi.
No, but like, no, it changed a lot, And like,
it changed.
Yeah, no, it did. And also like, like, yeah, that, and also I kind of discovered about like BCA because like all of you guys were like thinking about it. I think because like, my mom didn't know what it was until like I think it was like September of 8th grade or something like that. Like, I really wasn't thinking about going until like right before like the deadline was due. for like the testing stuff, if I remember. So yeah, I basically did it, saw that all of you guys were doing it, and I was like, I guess I'll apply. And then
You know, I don't know if I believe that, Chan, because I don't think we were having dialogue about this sort of thing. It's not like
no,
yo,
but
you
like,
applying.
like that's how my mom finds out, right? Because all the Asian parents are talking. They're like, oh,
Okay, all right, okay. That's,
yeah,
be more
specific.
specific.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah, right.
yes.
Yes.
Tim, I don't know if you remember, but do you remember being Miss Stoffmacher's room? And she was like helping us out with transcripts, but at the same time, she was kind of like
Trying to get us
Was it-
to.
Was it you, Tim? I forgot who it was. But I just remember Stoffmacher was just like convincing us to stay when we, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Like,
If
obviously, the guidance counselors were telling us like, oh, like you should stay. I mean, I feel like I feel like a lot of the, like even like the band, like even Verderies was like, you should stay.
Yo, he was
he got
talking
pissed.
smack to me, bro.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Talking
yeah.
smack.
He got
Yeah.
pissed because
Wait.
I remember because I had to miss something because like remember like we had to go to the school for like whatever orientation.
It was like
or something
open school day or something
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
something
yeah.
like that. I remember,
Oh wow!
and he got pissed or whatever. But
And
I mean,
Dodo got mad at us. I remember
that's-
Dodo getting
I mean, that's a.
annoyed.
But like, I mean,
It was just it was like they support us. I feel, but it was just like I don't like it's just what it is. Like
I did not feel supported, dude.
Yeah, I did
But-
not feel.
Bro, yo, you gotta understand, like
because they don't care
did
about you
something
like that. They don't love you like that.
I have, yo,
dude, what?
That came out of nowhere.
Wow, that just took a turn. Okay.
No, it's okay. Tim can talk smack because he knows who the boss is here. But
Yeah,
What I'm saying is-
okay.
remember we had to do rec letters for the application process?
I
Dude,
guess.
C-Town
What?
prevented us. Yeah, we had rec letters.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Oh, no,
thing
they
is,
allowed for
I-
reg letters. They allowed for reg letters.
no, but C-Town didn't allow
Yeah,
it.
I know. We
for
didn't.
us.
We weren't
Yeah.
supposed to. Yeah, we didn't.
Oh, that's why. Okay, I was like, I don't remember us like getting
Yeah.
regulars at 8th grade. Like, I don't remember that at all.
Bro, like I didn't understand that. So they were just like actively. I think that was the first year they were just like actively preventing us or trying to hurt our chances into getting in, which is why I didn't. This is why I didn't feel supported. Also, Verderies called me out too, like Tim said. 'Cause it was an orchestra, and I was like, "Yo," because I reminded him to do something, and he's like, "Yo, who's gonna remind me next year when you're not here?" And I was like, "Yo, I never told you that I was going to BCA, dude." And he was like, "Yeah, we have our sources." And Woodford was calling me out, dude. Like Stoffmacher was calling me out. Yo, because
Woodford.
Woodford was
Chan,
my G.
remember your
I
girl,
don't
Jimin?
What's up?
Remember your girl, Jimin, Mr. Woodford? Okay, Mr. Woodford is our guy, right? But then you remember Jimin from our class, right?
Yeah.
So she sat next to me in science, and then she's really quiet, right? So then I was like, she would generally just ask me to ask a question to Woodford, right? So if you guys remember, the next year we were supposed to take biology, and we all had to test into I think AP biology or something like that, or advanced biology. So so Woodford was preparing us for the test, right? And I think Jimin had a question about whatever like the class was, and this was after we got into BCA, and then she just taps him on the shoulder. She's like, "Okay, you ask this question." So I asked Woodford the question. He's like, "Why do you care? You're not going here next year." And he just didn't answer my question, dude. And I was like, "Yo, what
That's
the heck?"
low. That's
Wait,
low.
yeah, I remember you talking about this.
I was like, "Yo, come on, cut! Like, yo, I'm not doing this for me. This is for La Familia, bro. You know what I mean?" But
The fam.
this is for the fam. And I was like, all right, I see how it is. But I think a good
That's so
segue
funny.
is right.
So funny.
But, I remember Dodo once, like it was me, Along, and Tim walking into the gym for for the gym or something like that for phys ed, and he's like, "Yo, look at the BCA boys," and I'm just like, "Dude, it's just people talking about this like all the time, bro." That was crazy. It was a gossip with the teachers, bro, because they knew the most talented students were leaving. So it's like, okay,
Or taking
y'all just
our
jelly,
talents elsewhere.
taking their talents to hack and sack, bro.
Dude, do I have to censor that out? Like, come on, guys.
No, that's good because you can look up BCA where it is. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
if you really want
seriously,
to go
like-
that much effort,
We don't even go there.
Bro, I feel like at this point they just know where we live now.
Yeah.
Like, why censor out anything at that point?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
Google
but facts. Anyways, to keep the conversation moving, I also want to ask before we get into our big question, like, like I guess how is your process for admissions for BCA? Because for people who watch our previous episodes, you probably know how it goes. But if you didn't watch or don't know, at BCA you have to test and interview in. So like really quick, just to go around, like how was that experience for everyone? Because we were literally like 13, 14 years old doing this, and like looking back now, I kind of realized like that's kind of wild for asking like a 13, like you know what I mean, like asking a 13, 14 year old to like interview like and
Yeah,
test
bro.
in.
I have
I'm pretty
no
sure-
idea. I don't remember. All I remember is I had Kramer and Zapatas as my interviewers.
I had DK, which is why I remember my interview so well because she was amazing, and yeah, it was. And she actually became my English teacher in my junior year. So yeah.
Bro, I think you raise a good point with the interview thing, but in hindsight, I'm like 99% sure the interview wouldn't like move the needle in any sense, except like if you did really well or really poorly in the interview.
I
Because
agree.
like, what are you gonna expect from a 13-year-old kid? Like you said, 14-year-old kid. Like I'm trying to think when I was 14. I'm trying to like think of 14 versus now, bro. Like that's just an amazing.
It's
like,
crazy, right?
bro,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude, that's insane. But for my interview, I remember I had oh my god, I forgot what one of the Dr. P. He did research.
Oh
I
yeah,
remember-
my sister did research with him. Yeah, he's a goat. He's actually the goat at BC.
And I had Dogru, my guy, Dr. Dogru.
Oh
Yeah.
my, Oscar.
One question they asked me was like, "What is your?" Because I was, I'm Science Academy, right? So they were like, "So what do you think, in your opinion, is the best scientific discovery of all time?"
What?
I was like,
The wheel.
I was like, no, I just thought of like the thing that would like make me seem the most smart, and I was like Einstein's
scared.
theory of relativity, bro.
Oh,
And then it turns out, yo, we learned that in Dogru junior year. So then
Yeah,
I
we
was like,
did,
yo,
we
I'm
did.
cooking, bro. So I just remember
Yeah.
saying,
I
and they
feel
were
like
like,
if I'm
why?
a
And I was
teacher
like,
and I hear that answer, I'm like, what?
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Oh
saying.
my
Literally.
gosh.
But for me, I know exactly what you're talking about because I was in a business academy. Like I knew that they're gonna ask something about like the economy, and they did. It was just like, and then looking like literally now, I've just said like looking back, like I just cannot believe they asked like a 14-year-old kid to explain like how the economy was or like explain the financial crisis or something like that. I don't know, just kind of it's kind of weird. I don't know,
Chan,
right?
what
I
about
don't
your
know.
interview?
You guys
Yeah.
all have technical interviews. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
What was
when
your
I-
interview? They just asked you for your name?
No, they were like, "Oh, yo, what's your name? What do you like doing?"
What's your name?
Yeah, and so it's like, "Why do you want to come here?" Actually, they didn't ask me for my name, and I have a story with this. So like,
Okay.
when I was in the interview process, right? So I was like fourth on the list or something like that, right? So there were three kids before me, right? And like back then, I really was like chill about the interview. I still am chill about interviews. So I was just like, yo, I'm tired. So I want to take a nap, right? Because I just had
Oh my
like a burger and everything, right?
Of course he did.
So-
Of course, I'm not
So
surprised.
so I decided to take a nap because there's four kids in front. Like there were five kids in front of me, or four kids, whatever. And I see one guy go out, one guy go in. He takes like a solid like 8 to 10 minutes to come out, right? So I said, okay, I can get like a solid like half an hour in, right? So I decided to take a nap, and I tell the kid in front of me, yo, like wake me up like when you're going in, right? So yeah, I tell him, and he's like this like really nice like preppy dressed dude, and he's just like all serious about this. So I start taking a nap, right? And like somebody goes, Chan Young Park, and I was like, like what's up? And I wake up, and it's Leva, my interviewer, who's my later teacher, calling for my name.
That kid trying to sabotage you, bro.
Yo, that's
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Did he get into school?
No, he didn't get into school. That's the funny part. But like, and I'm just sitting there, and Leva goes like, yeah, like this kid's like the only Korean looking kid, and his last name is Park, so it must be him. So he wakes me up, and I go inside the interview room, and I'm just like, okay, I walk in.
Amazing.
Yeah, and then that's why he didn't ask for my name, because he had to call my name to like get me in, right? So like I'm there, and it's Laura Crane, like Dr. Laura Crane.
Your favorite
And
teacher?
yeah, whatever. And then it's Leva there, and then Leva's just there asking questions. He's like, "Hey, what do you like doing?" And I'm just like, quite simply, I was just like, "Yeah, I like gaming, and yeah, I just like to like make stuff, and I just yeah." And he goes like, "Oh, what got you interested in engineering?" And I'm like, "Legos." And I
A
talked
lot
about
of kids
Legos.
do. A lot of people say that though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Honestly.
a lot of
that's
people
not
say
your
that.
answer.
That's not
Yeah,
that.
that's not-
Yeah,
So I
you're
was
not
just like,
special.
okay,
man.
no. I'm not saying I was special. I just gave the answers. I was like Legos.
He's just
And they
saying
were
he's
like,
just saying he didn't try and he still got in.
No,
Literally.
oh my
That just shows that
goodness.
Chan
didn't
is
have a
lucky when it
typical
comes to
interview.
getting into
he was
school.
literally too chill for
Chan,
everyone.
you literally rolled out of bed and got into the school. So like, I
pretty
think you're just.
much. And then Leva's like laughing in the background, and Laura Crane cannot keep her face straight, and she's like, "What the hell is this kid?" And then he goes like, and then Leva's final question was like, "Hey, like, you wanna do you have any questions for us, right?" And I'm just like, okay. I look at it, I look at both of them, and I'm just like, because I was in the engineering room, right? And I was like, I think I remember being like, so like, when can I use like the water jet or like the machine that's like behind? And then Levy was like, oh yeah, don't worry about that. Like you'll use that like later on. And I was like, okay. And he goes like, no other questions. And then yeah, that's how it was over. So
Pretty simple.
Chan should
To the
not have
point.
gone in. So definitely made a mistake. They should have accepted the guy before him, you know.
no, definitely not. And I talked to Leva. I actually talked to Leva about that. And then Leva was just like, yeah, like when you walked in first, he was just like, yeah, like he was just like, what the hell is this kid? But then afterwards, he was just like, oh, he seems genuinely interested in engineering, like even though he's kind of like that. And then so yeah, that's why he was just like, yeah, I'm okay with this kid getting in. You know.
So we took pity on. Yo, if that was anybody but Leva, like if that was DeFalco, you would have got
Oh,
jumped.
if that was DeFalco.
Oh, DeFalco. Yo, DeFalco. I had for what do you say? Like what was the thing
Elective?
called?
Elective?
No, it's still like a free hour study. It was like
Study skills.
study skills.
Study
Bro, he was so like, and study skills for everybody's watching. You literally, the teacher just watches you just do your work basically, but he somehow made it like an actual class, and we were just everyone was just like, I need to do my work,
I
but
had
like
that-
he wouldn't let us though. It was crazy. Like
Yo, I had that problem too with who was that comp sci teacher? The one that looked like a rectangle, a small rectangle.
Oh, Isaac.
You know who? No. The woman.
Oh, Moraine.
Rain.
Dude, she was.
That's a scary lady. Yeah, that. Yeah.
No, she's not scary. She's just annoying, bro. I'm just
No,
like,
she's
yo,
just
shut
so
up.
No, she was.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. We're missing the point here. All right. Anyway,
Anyways, Tim, you didn't speak on how your
he said
I
he
guess
didn't remember.
interview, bro. Oh, yeah. I mean, he did say he had Kramer. Didn't you have Kramer for a class or no?
Yeah, I had him for history later on, but
Okay.
yeah, I remember being very nervous because you know Kramer gives you those kind of looks.
Yeah,
Those
yeah,
stern
yeah.
looks. Even though like he's not like
He's
that
very
on his face.
relaxed.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
his like relaxing face, like that stern look. But yeah, I mean, I don't remember what I said besides like I don't know, my name I guess, but yeah. I honestly don't remember. I remember like the test and I didn't feel good coming out of the test. I was just like, wow, that was hard. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I literally don't remember my interview either. I just remember my boy Harrison was sitting next to me, so we were just waiting.
Shout out Harrison. Yo, Harrison
shout out
and
Harrison.
By the way, Harrison and I are on the alumni board for BCA. So we're the youth alumni liaisons. So that's my guy, dude.
Target with the subtle plug for himself.
Myself, bro. You already know I'm gonna plug myself.
What have you
no matter
done
what.
I already know.
as an alumni board member?
Well, nothing
exactly.
because school's been shut down, bro.
Wow.
Yo, what do you want me to? Yo, what do you want me to?
Next.
We're talking about
They're gonna see this. I'm gonna get fired, bro.
Anyways, so yeah, like I was saying before, our big question: what if we did not go to BCA? Or we could stem off this. What if like a certain, two of us or one of us actually didn't go to BCA, but the rest of us did? But I guess we'll start off with what if we all did not go to BCA? What would you guys think? How would our high school experience like be different, or how would it be shaped at that time? If anyone wants to start us off, I honestly can't even think about. You know what I mean? Like, I can't think about anything different. It's
Okay,
really hard. I can't really think.
My dad and I actually had a conversation about this like last night, which is really interesting. I don't know how we came to this conversation, but
please go on. Yeah.
But anyways, like he was talking about, like, so I was talking, or we were just talking about like BCA in general, I guess.
Okay.
And I think I was like kind of saying like I wonder if I would have gone to like a better school, or not that it like it really matters. Like I honestly don't care. I love it at my school right now, but I was just like speculation, right? And my dad said that like it's better that I went to BCA, because for me at least, like I'm the type of person who like kind of like adapts to like my environment. So basically, like in a less challenging environment, which would be, oh my gosh, which would be
C-Town.
our local high school,
Yeah.
right? I might not put in as much effort, or I might not, I don't know, I guess like try as hard, right? Whereas, BCA, I would have to grind like harder. Like basically would have to adjust. So he said that basically and I think I kind of think of this as myself, think of myself like this too. I think when I'm put in a more difficult environment, I think that's when I can grow, or I have room to grow. So I think it's probably, I think I do agree that it's better that I went to BCA than not.
Yeah, 100%. I wouldn't trade my BCA experience for anything. But just I think it's fun because I've had this conversation with not just people from BCA, but people that went to magnet school. I'm like, so what would have changed about you if you went to your local high school? But the thing that probably changed the most for me personally is like when you go to BCA, it's almost just a blank canvas for you socially. I think personality wise, like I don't think unless you're just like a real fiend or something, right? You're not gonna just like do a 180 on your personality from middle school to high school, right? Because nobody's gonna know what you were like unless you have people from your high school. I mean your middle school, excuse me. But I think socially you can just do whatever you want.
And that's what
So
Park did.
yeah, I did whatever I wanted. But because I think in C-Town, because we mentioned this on a previous podcast, like senior year, I'm just like wandering the halls talking to everybody. You know what I mean? Like I just walk around, just everybody I see I know. But in C-Town, first of all, you can't walk around the hallways in C-Town, right? But second of all, like I don't think I would have been able to do that sort of thing to the extent that I would probably have wanted to do it, because something I heard a lot from C-Town is just like it's kind of clicky. And I don't know, people say BCA was clicky, but I didn't see that because I was talking to everybody, right? But in C-Town, I heard, it was like you have your groups or whatever, right? So I don't know like how socially I would be, because I'd probably just stick to my group. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be out of my element or be trying, doing something new, because I wouldn't be forced to do that. So
I'm not gonna lie. I saw a lot of like good differences in Targ into BCA socially, which I thought was really nice to see personally. Right? Like I'm not wrong, right? Because I like what you said, C-Town,
Park
like we were
blossomed
all.
into a beautiful butterfly. Not maybe not
I,
beautiful. Choice words there, but yeah.
but
yeah,
but
beautiful.
seriously,
Thank you.
like but like
A moth.
Targ, I saw like, because I think Targ's right. Like we've been too comfortable being in a setting in which we've been living our whole lives, as
Exactly.
opposed to
And that's where like the
Yeah.
challenge aspect comes in. But I mean,
exactly.
I
So
think socially, like there's cliques wherever you go. I think
Right.
That's
I think
true.
one thing about is, and I'm not sure like if like oh my
bro, you did it. We might as well just put your address. Let's put our addresses down below.
But I think one thing about our town is like because it's so small, like people already have, and I think Chan might agree to this. Like they have like this preconceived like notion of people already. Like oh, you're a part of this group or you're part of that group. So like there's you really can't
It's hard to
change much.
No,
you
I
know?
know. It's hard to
It's like-
branch out. Right. Exactly. Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
typically your circle of friends will like remain the same from I don't know like elementary school throughout high school. So
Yeah.
and I mean I could see that happening honestly if I
Yes. Very much. Yes. So Chan, you had a more unique situation than us because, like you said before, like you came into Cresco like later than us.
Yep.
So like I guess
Yeah.
if you wanna elaborate.
Yeah, I don't want to say like I kind of felt like left out per se, but I didn't really feel like completely integrated, like specifically of what you guys said, because like everybody knows each other, like pretty well. But like I just got there in middle school, and yeah, I mean it was okay by like year three, so like end of grade, right? But like if I had a choice, I was just like, yeah, I'll much rather prefer to like try to find a new group of friends and just like start fresh. Yeah, I think I spent a lot of like middle school like thinking about like like friends and stuff like that because I had just moved and I was like, oh yeah, I wouldn't mind starting all over again, like on a fresh slate and like trying to find a new group of friends. So
Mm.
yeah, I think socially it definitely was like nice because I felt so challenged like in middle school that like I felt like I saw a lot of like the fruits of the challenges like when I went to high school and I could just start on like
To
slate.
flex his muscles.
I think that's the excitement that comes with BCA, right? Because it's
Yeah.
almost like it's kind of similar to college in the fact that you're literally going in like not knowing that many people, right? Like literally it was just like us and like two other people from our town, right? So yeah, I guess like I don't know. I guess we could all say the same, right? Like it just presented new challenges and we could all adapt to a new environment. But I also wanted to ask you guys like what were the challenges that you guys like faced at first going into a new environment like BCA or you know like I don't know, kind of similar to our last episode. Like I was asking before, like the hardships that we went through, like specifically our freshman year. Do we have anything like that as 14-year-olds going into being like being freshmen in high school? If you guys remember by any
I, I
chance.
I wouldn't say I had any difficulties again because I think the greatest thing that BCA does in terms of integration for freshmen is club getaway. So I think you're just forced to just live with kids, and everybody's in the same boat. You know what I mean?
live with kids. Yeah, I
Yeah, you
mean,
gotta live with
yeah.
kids. You know what I'm saying? So Chan was talking about getting dropped into a new environment, but when everybody's dropped into a new environment, everybody has the same problem. Where am I gonna find friends, right? So that's why in Club Getaway, I was having this conversation with one of my friends recently, and she was saying, "Yo," one of my BCA friends, she was like, "Yo, I was just friends with the most random people at Club Getaway because that's because you're just trying to like make the connection as quickly as possible."
Yeah.
Now think about freshman year of high school versus senior year of high school. How many of those people do you still talk to? You know what I mean? That the people that you considered friends, I guess your first 2 months versus who you consider your friends senior year, right? So I think you make the connection later, but you don't realize that at the time. So I think the problem that people have is making genuine friendships because it's always super superficial in the beginning, right? So
And there's nothing wrong with that either, right? Because like you said, everyone has the same problem. You know what I mean? But the whole point of it is like when you're growing, you're expanding your you're expanding your dimensions towards other people, right? And I guess that's like that's the greatest thing you could take out of the 4 years of BCA is finding finding yourself and also finding that group of friends and group of people that support you and truly like who you are. And,
absolutely,
so
and which is why I think if we all went to C-Town, we're not challenged like that. So I think Tim made a great point. Since C-Town is so small, right? What is it like?
our eighth grade class was 100 kids about.
No, I think it was 150.
No, yeah,
Pretty
it's
sure
like,
we
it was like between 120
It was
and
150.
150. Yeah.
Okay.
The high school
I
is like
thought-
500 to 600 kids.
Then maybe it was a grade below us that had a lower amount. I don't know. I think.
But anyway, like you're just kind of preordained to that sort of, and then you have siblings, right? Like, oh my sibling. So then you have like an older brother, like a younger brother, and then you integrate that kind of friend group, like in the grades or whatever, right? But then that's a connection, you know what I mean? So for someone like Chan who's just kind of just dropped in to a new environment, like, I think
It's
that's
hard.
difficult.
It's
It's
hard.
hard because everybody else is already adjusted, and Chan's, he's a freshie basically, right?
Yeah.
And
New kid on the block. Yeah.
right. And I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible to make new friends when you've gone to school with the same cats for like 10 years. You know what I mean? But
It's
like,
just very difficult. Yeah.
it's very difficult unless you have unless you do something completely brand new, right? Like if I decided to do like stagecraft or something like that, then that's brand new people I've never talked to in my life, right? Become friends with them because you got to work with them, right? So I think that's something interesting that we should talk about: our clubs and our activities.
Extracurriculars.
No, yeah.
Extracurriculars.
I think I mean I definitely said this before and I'll say it again, but if I think like partaking in like soccer tryouts and workouts, like the summer
In high school.
yeah. The summer before freshman year, that helps so much because right there you're like getting to know people right away, and from there you like start to, I don't know, you have like some sort of basis at least,
Yeah. I definitely agree. Yeah, I definitely.
Because I would say like
So,
all throughout freshman year, like my friends were people who I played soccer with.
And a good amount of them were friends with us until like end of senior year too. So
Yeah.
that was nice.
Tim, I have a question for you guys. Like
up?
athletically,
Mhm.
how would you guys have panned out? Because think about it. Like you think, fast forward to C-Town, our senior class, right? Class of 2018, bro. Especially for the basketball team, 11 seniors, all of them were nice, bro. You know what I mean? We're on the varsity team. So I'm just trying to think, like, because I probably, if it was all of us staying in C-Town, I probably wouldn't have made the varsity team. I probably would have been like pretty bad because we can talk about me later. But what I'm saying, like for you guys,
Our town is very good at basketball. Just to set that
absolutely,
premise.
and it's like
Yeah.
every other year sucks, but like we're nice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think I would have been. I think athletically for basketball, at least, I think I would have been probably challenged more, or like, in a sense that like because I see my peers doing so well, like I want to like be or get to a similar level. Like if you think about it, our class did really well. Like everyone
They're
in the
nasty.
starting five got at least plays Division 3, like a Division 3
A sport in college.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
like let's say if you look at like Wellington, he played D1 or D1 track, but that's like still.
Yeah.
And then Luca, he played D1 ball.
Yeah.
George Harrison,
D3 ball.
and Mike, who's
Mike.
D3 football. So like
He
if
played
you
football,
think about
yeah,
it, like our
And then
class did super well.
Evan came off the bench, and he was
Evan and Joe came off the bench.
yeah. But what I'm saying, Evan was he was gonna play at Florida. He's gonna play at some Florida University.
FGCU.
Yeah,
Florida.
I think
Go-
that's
Gulf
D3
Coast?
soccer.
Portugal.
Gulf Coast.
Yeah. Was it D3 or D1?
D1. It's D1.
Oh, it's D1.
So
They're
D1.
D1.
Yeah.
Six
They are.
guys-
Yeah.
6 guys out of like 150 kids going to play like college sports. So I think that's crazy, and I think for basketball especially, it's like, dude, where do you fit in? So I know.
I mean, yeah, I
A1's
don't think I would crack the starting lineup if
would
we're
you
talking
crack
about
the
like that.
rotation?
What?
Would you crack the rotation?
I like my chances.
Okay, because I watched some C-Town basketball, bro, from the senior year. So you have the starting 5, which you just mentioned. Then you had Ben Green as the 6th man. And then you had Joe.
Evan.
And then that's it, dude. Really, like, that's it.
I'm cracking the rotation.
7. You cracked the rotation?
I'll do it.
A1, you cracked the rotation? I think A1 cracks the rotation.
For sure.
Honestly,
For sure.
I told myself if I stayed at Crest, I was thinking about this. I think kind of similar to what Tim was saying with like adapting to your environment, and like I want to stress this again. BCA was very their main thing, their core was obviously their academics. So I kind of leaned towards my academics. So like, you're a product of your. I'm a big believer of being a product of your environment, and I believe that if I was really for that, oh my gosh, if I was at C-Town for that time, like, and I just looked at their practice routine and their workout schedule, and we did not have that at our school. I think I would be pretty confident that I would be like a 6-man or even like maybe even starting, to be honest. Like I think I was pretty confident at that time too.
Which is
do
interesting to think about because I didn't play at all essentially my senior year of high school for basketball. I mean I think it has to do more with like the coach and like coaching changes and things like that. I mean we can get into that some other time, but yeah, I mean like if you think about it too, like we faced off against, I mean granted it was junior year, but we faced off against them in basketball and we won. Like
yeah.
Which is
we
like,
also played more in St. Yeah.
Which is really
we also
like I don't know, it's like crazy to think about.
We also play more insane talent than C-Town. Like that's just objectively true. Like it's just.
I mean, yeah, the competition's better.
Bigger group rather.
We're bigger. Yeah, we're a bigger group, and we play like outside the county.
Division was tougher too. I would say.
Bro,
yeah, by far.
I was looking at the paper or NJ.com. Yo, we were ranked higher. We, as in Bergen Tech, were ranked higher than C-Town, and C-Town was
at one point. At one point,
I think C-Town was like 13th in the county, and then we were.
I remember that.
We were like 11th or something like that.
That was a big year for us. Yeah, that was huge. Actually, that was a good time.
But I'm just saying, like, yo, that C-Town team. I don't know, senior year matchup. Yo, that would be tough because those guys, those boys was nice, bro. Like, Dude,
Wait, Tari, wait. Your reaction to me saying that I've been pretty confident being a 6-man or maybe
no,
like
6-man, I totally see.
shuffling starting. Because I remember like C-Town, they're messing around with their starting lineup a lot. I remember that because George was not senior year, but definitely like they're like George was moving up. Like he improved so much. I love George so much. That's my boy right there. Like his improvement was just insane, and he got moved like in different areas of the rotation. So I feel like maybe I could have done that. I think definitely like I would have cracked the rotation, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
The reason why I react. No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you got it.
I was gonna say because I look at that C-Town senior year, bro. Like, dude, that starting five
was nasty.
No offense, dude. Like, they're all bigger than you. They're all stronger than you. And I don't know about skill because you're very skilled. I don't know. Skill is like difficult to measure, but in terms of athleticism, bro, like Mike was the starting QB, and he's like 3-point specialist. You know, like X factor on the basketball team, bro.
He's also
like,
mad strong. Yeah.
Mad strong. He was dunking, bro. He was dunking. Like, yo, no offense, but like, yo, if I see both you guys, even if you're like more skilled per se, I don't know. It's hard to say, right? But if I see this guy like taller than you, stronger than you, I'm plugging in Mike. And then George and Harrison didn't come out of the game at all, basically. So
right, yeah.
It's hard to say, except Joe came in occasionally. So I would say, like, in terms of athletics, y'all would have made the team. I would have not made the team probably after freshman year. So like, I don't know. I think it's hard to say. And also, I think you guys are talking about a product of your environment, right? But I was new to basketball going into. Still pretty new to basketball going into freshman year, right? So I remember when I showed up to like one summer workout for Bergen Tech basketball, right? And Baker looked at me and he's like, "You're a guard," and I was like, "What?" Because I was playing 4 or 5 my entire life up until that point, which wasn't very long. And he's like, "You're a guard," and I was like, oh, "Shit," right? So then that summer I shot 500 threes a day, basically. So,
oh my God.
So coming into freshman year, I basically only took the 3 during the season. Now in C-Town, the freshman year, I was still taller than a lot of the guys, right? So then, and group 4, you're playing bigger guys. So then obviously I'm gonna play guard, but in group 1, who knows? Maybe I would have been a big, but I would have never worked on my outside game. So I probably would have been trash, bro. Even worse than I am now. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's crazy to think about. But basketball is like hard to say, but for soccer, I want to hear what you guys have to say about that.
Oh, I definitely think I'm gonna be totally honest here. I think I would help that team a lot because think about it, right?
Bro, he's a captain of a team that.
No, I'm saying like big boy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's massive.
No, because like if you think about it, because like all the kids that we played travel soccer with, it just makes sense. We would have all gone up together, and like that team was already so like I thought we were nice at soccer specifically. Our travel team. So like if you just imagine like the chemistry and adding the kids that play club, for example, Toby, and like the other kids as well, like that were like we would have ate. Like they did really well too, but I think I would have helped a lot. And I think Tim could also say that too.
Yo, you would have flamed group 1 competition. You're like, yo, we playing New Millie? Yo, get out of here, bro. I'm used to playing like all
honestly, yeah, exactly. I'm used to playing like Clifton. I mean, Tim can say this too. We played against like pretty good competition, like group 4 competition. Like, so I think I would have helped out a lot. I don't know, like clearly, like there are different skill sets everyone has, but I think I would help.
Yo, talk that talk. You wouldn't have helped out. You would have dominated, bro.
Nah, I don't know about dominate.
Triple dub on the pitch, bro. on the pitch, bro. Yo, stop being humble.
Nah, I think I would have helped. I would have helped, but I don't know if I would dominate. I think I just help.
Okay.
But Tim, soccer was my better sport, yeah. But yeah, anyways, sorry. Yeah.
Well, honestly, Tim, what I think about soccer for me is I think I would have, if I had to choose, like, so in high school between soccer and basketball, of course I chose basketball because in soccer there's no way I'm cracking that team, bro.
Oh, that team. Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. Our Bergen Tech soccer team was woo.
No, yeah,
our senior year was good. Our senior was.
I wasn't that good. Like I think I was just like.
It was pretty good. Tim brought good size and athleticism for his size.
Yeah.
So anything not regarding his skill.
But I think if it came to like.
But he was good.
I think if it came to our town high school, I'd probably be more inclined to play soccer because I see more of an
Yes.
opportunity there. Because
Yes.
I see like freaking Wellington and Luca, who are both like 6'4", 6'5". Like, there's no way I'm gonna play there. So I might as well try harder in soccer. So
Yeah, that's
Wait,
true.
sorry. What? Yeah.
Oh, I was saying, Wellington 6'5", Luca 6'5", Duncan, bro. Dude, Luca, like, he wouldn't shoot all game, and then he had like 10 points in a row. I'm like, yo, who is this? Who's this guy, bro? I was like, yo, all that Pete Radovich coaching really paying off, bro. All that
But shout out to Luca and George out. They're teaming up together, which is really cool to see.
teaming up.
Yeah, so Luca is now he transferred out of Fordham into Ithaca College. Right? Exactly, right? I was like,
what is that? You're disgusting, bro.
I was like, that's gonna be disgusting. Like, oh my gosh. I'm
Dude,
just
that
like
is-
really excited for them. Yeah.
That is barbecue chicken, filet
right?
mignon, fettuccine alfredo, creme brulee, bro. Yo, that's a
And
5-course
then
meal.
Luca takes the D1 experience he had and then brings it to like such a good program already at Ithaca. Like, it's just gonna be fun to watch. That's gonna be awesome. So good for them. But
So, we should
yeah.
move on to Chan, bro. Oh, also before we move on to Chan, remember they were doing the C-Town Academies? Do you remember C-Town Academy?
Yeah, they got rid of that really quick.
Yeah.
Yo, Chan, speak on that, cuz.
Oh, what? Okay. Well. A quick side note on the academies thing. Like when Stockmarker called us all in, and that's all she talked about for half an hour. She was like, "Chan, like C-Town Academies is just as good as like Bergen Academies," and I was like,
Actually-
"Nah, I'm out of here."
I remember that.
They were talking that talk. They were like tooting their horn. Yo, C-Town Academies.
Bro, I remember they like all called us into like the cafeteria at the end. Like they had like a session meeting for all these things, like in the cafeteria. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. Yo, we
Yeah,
were all in
exactly.
there, and Chan and I were just looking at each other like,
We're just like, we out of here, yeah.
But Chan, wait.
What's
Sorry.
up?
You go.
I wasn't gonna say
Okay,
anything.
Yeah. Well, I think with sports, I think I would have definitely done much better in Taekwondo. Just
Really?
because like, I would have more time to just go practice. I feel like
Mm.
I would have had
That's
more
true.
time to go
The
practice.
school hours are different.
Yeah, the school hours
Yes.
are significantly
Yeah,
different. I would have actually spent more time like working out, like doing like actual like road work and things of that nature. Because like, I think what really like hurt like everything was like my lack of like road work. Like it's not like boxing, but like I call it like road work because like, you just have to run. Basically.
Oh, okay.
I was like road work. I was like, what are you talking about?
Chan, I'm gonna ask you this. Would you have tried to do sport at C-Town? That might be something
Yo,
to
Chan
ask.
always talks how he's
in
nice
middle
at
school,
volleyball.
in middle school, I was thinking about doing basketball. I was thinking about joining basketball, like for like a long time. But then I was just like, it was basically that thing, right? Like I was just like, yo, I don't think I'll be able to fit in with these people, right? Because you gotta realize, like the only sport I've ever done, like, is like a single person sport, which is Taekwondo, right?
Yeah.
And like the fact that I was gonna go into like a team sport, like in an environment where I was like completely new and I wasn't comfortable like going in a new like environment, I was like, nah, I can't do this.
Chan,
So that's
Chan,
why I
let me
kind of
stop you right there, bro. I play basketball, but I still make it a single person sport. So let me just stop you right there.
Unfortunately.
Oh my goodness.
But
Very much
but,
so,
but,
yeah.
but honestly, that's how you like get to know people, I think. Because like someone like I don't know if I should say his name, but I'm just whatever, I'll just say it. I'll bleep it out later if I need to. Like someone like Tall, right? Like we got to know him because he like tried out for basketball and stuff like that. Remember?
But did we really though? Did we really?
Yo, wasn't he
we
crying
knew
all
who he
the time?
was, bro. We knew who he was.
Dude,
We knew who he was.
yeah, because all he'd say was, "I make 1,000 layups a day." We're just like, why? Like, like I just, yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
I feel like
get
it was like no for like other reasons as well.
Whatever. Let's just stop talking about sports, man.
No, but okay, Chan. Here's a legitimate question. So
What's
you were
up?
talking about like since BCA would be like a clean slate, right? So
Yeah.
then, see if you stayed in C-Town, then okay, I'm not gonna say you wouldn't have friends, of course, because I'm here, right? But like what I'm saying is like maybe
you
wouldn't have fit in. Absolutely, at least from my perspective. But what I'm saying is, you wouldn't have necessarily like fit in. You said according to you, right? Am I right about that? So would you
Yeah.
have channeled that anger from maybe like not a like super great social life into busting more heads at Taekwondo? Like, would you have knocked out more kids?
I feel like I would definitely have tried harder. Like if if
That's
I
a dangerous image in my head.
No, 'cause, like-
Motivated Chan in combat sport. My God, like
no, because you gotta realize that I wanted to I did taekwondo, and then after a certain point I got kind of tired of taekwondo, right? I was like third degree by then, and I was like, yeah, I like pretty much like, know
okay,
what I
talk your
wanna know,
talk.
right?
Yeah,
And I was just like,
yeah.
and I want to go into a different like martial art, right? So I want to go into
Okay.
like jujitsu or like something grappling related at the time,
Mm.
to like work on like other, I guess, like things and like other like techniques. But then school hit and stuff like that. I think one of the big things that I would have like not liked about going to like high school
It's fine.
at
It's
our
fine.
town.
We-
Just
we're
don't
all-
even
we're
react
all-
to
yeah.
it, bro.
High school at our town would have been like I would have never felt like I truly belonged to like a certain team, because I just remember like that one time like we visited like C-Town like after. Do you remember this?
You're talking to me?
Wait, I
Yeah,
remember.
Tarek,
I
right.
remember. Wait, was I there
Yeah,
too?
'cause I think
I
you were
was
there
too.
too.
I don't think I was.
I
there.
remember the
I think
one
everyone
time.
else
I remember
was
the
there.
one time I visited.
Wait, I remember
with
going
you.
one time. I remember visiting one time too.
No, I remember visiting one
then
time,
maybe all of us were
specifically
there.
with Chan and Tarek, and dang, it was awkward, bro.
Bro, it was hella awkward.
Ooh, okay.
But
No,
I was
'cause, like,
chilling, bro. Y'all were awkward. I was chilling, bro.
No, man.
No. You remember this. Once I talk about it, you remember, right?
No,
And it's
I
like
remember.
dark history, but I'm gonna say it. But like, we were going through like the back parking lot, right? And then you know how there's like the soccer field and like the tennis
Yes.
to our left and like stuff like
Yes.
that, right? We're walking through that soccer field, and then people are just like, "Yo, what's up, Tim? Like, what's up, Tarek?" And nobody remembers who I am, and I'm just like, "Oh my
I remember
goodness."
that.
Bro,
Yeah, that was real bad. And I was just standing there being like, "Oh," and people were like, "Yo, who's this?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, it's fine."
Yeah.
No, and it was real bad.
No.
Who was it? Our boy Philip Bartel was there, and everybody knew Philip.
Oh yeah,
It was some, like-
people even knew Phil.
Why did
I
everyone
remember.
know?
I
Phil
remember.
went to-
They
he
went
did
to St.
CCD.
Three.
He did
Oh yeah,
CCD.
CCD. Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh,
He did
okay.
something, and everybody was like, "Yo, what's up, Phil?" And I was like, "What the hell is going on?"
First of all, I didn't understand why
What
Phil
the-
went to go with me anyway. I was like, yo, I'm going to C-Town. You coming? He's like, yeah, sure, why not? So then we just
Bro,
go.
Like,
I
I think
remember
if
that
just
day.
the three of us were there, I would have been like, okay, you know what, that's expected. But like, just because Phil was there, oh my gosh, it just made the experience all the more worse.
Oh
I
wow.
was like, wow,
Oh,
I
damn.
remember.
I'm
people,
sorry,
People
wow.
remember Phil. Like people are like, "Oh, Phil." I
Exactly.
remember that,
Yo,
and no one was.
CCD, like,
No one was like, "What's good, Chan?"
For people who don't know Phil literally lived in the town next to us. So like
Yeah,
we,
exactly.
yeah. So
We knew him because he was on our bus. That's basically what it was.
yes, yeah.
Yeah,
They went to the same high school as us. Yeah,
yeah.
but
So that was crazy.
Bro,
But
that was like,
Chan, you
But
mentioned.
yeah.
Oh, sorry, I have
Sorry,
I have
no.
Okay,
No,
I'm
go ahead.
transitioning
Go ahead.
to Chan's point. He was saying like, yo, you would have got tired. You were getting tired of Taekwondo, right?
yeah.
So I was actually getting fed, or you guys probably know this, but I was getting fed up with the violin, right? So you know,
Oh,
like when
right,
you,
yeah.
you know, like you ever play 2K like 13, 14, the association, and then you get like players that just say like fed up. That was me. Like
That
my
was you.
morale was zero for violin, right? So going to BCA was like a good excuse for me to quit. Also, my teacher was leaving.
Mm.
So I was like, yo, this is perfect. Like that was my free agency plan. I'm out of here, bro. So then the thing is, at C-Town, I probably would have ended up staying and playing. So
And hated it even more as
I
the
would have
years
hated it
progressed.
even more
Yeah.
because I was in orchestra and I was like first. I wasn't first chair because I stopped caring at a certain point. Like there
Tarek
one
was
year-
nice though. Tarek was nice. Tarek was
I
good.
was nice. But I wasn't practicing the music. I was just
You got
sight reading
beat.
garbage.
He got beat for that first chair.
That's
but-
no, yeah, that's true. But that guy was
But
better
he was
than me.
insane. Yeah,
You were literally not gonna beat that child. Like,
He's a prodigy.
previous life, and you would not have made it. Like,
Yo, my guy JB was nice, bro. Like I can't even
Justin
hate. Like JB smooth, bro. You know what I'm saying? But like
He
For
aced
me-
every single skill test with 3 octaves. If you guys remember what I'm talking about.
yeah.
bro, he
But what
topped
I'm
us
saying is,
all
like,
off by an octave.
because y'all talk about bands, I'm talking about orchestra. I don't even think my guy JB Smooth did that, or maybe he did. But like, I was there, and then I was just there because I just had gave me something to do on like Tuesdays. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I don't know. Like, if I kept doing that, I probably just would have gotten like so fed up with music as a whole. I would have just been like, dude, it sucks. So I think that's something interesting because I definitely
Wait.
would have continued to do it. So
I was gonna ask you like, but yeah, you answered before at C time you would have continued to do and hated it even more, which would have been
For sure.
really bad. Yeah, but I just realized like when we're talking about soccer and sports, did I tell you guys like what do I say? I think with soccer specifically, we got more, I guess, more attention because we were like we were at a bigger school playing at a bigger competition. And with that being said, um, did you guys know that I could have played D3 soccer? And I think it was because I went to a bigger like high school with like more people watching.
did you
I
get an
think that
offer from FDU?
yeah. So like the scout came and was scouting me and my friend who ended up being co-captains together. And like he was very serious, like asking us for like, our transcripts and stuff like that. And this is the FDU in Madison. So it was D3, not D1. But yeah, they had different campuses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was like,
So-
dude, they just took like they just walked across the river or something to go watch you guys play.
Yeah.
No.
I was like,
but I
I
think-
would watch them
yeah.
too.
But I think the point I'm trying to make is like with specifically like athletically, I think Seatown was a very small school with like the attention around sports is big, yes, but I think like I don't know, I think at BCA I got a bigger
Audience.
audience. Yeah,
Bigger
there you go.
platform too.
Bigger
Yeah,
platform, and I think that made a lot that made things a lot more exciting in my opinion. And
For sure.
yeah, and obviously like the smaller town with like all the attention going to like to the sports is great and all, but I just think that was more interesting for me to go to a bigger platform. And in our senior year, you guys were talking about it before, like, and we are all talking about it, but our soccer team was very very like solid, and like three of us got invited to like this dinner like representing our school for like end of the year awards, and we had like the more kids in our school going to it, which kind of like reminded me of the fact that we had like such a big platform, and so that was like really nice.
That's true because I don't know there's obviously no like true conversion rate, and I don't know about soccer because I know nothing about soccer, right? But like for basketball, I think if you drop like 20 a game in Group 4 versus like 35 a game in Group 1, I think you still look at the guy that's averaging 20 in Group 4 more than you look at the guy averaging 35
I mean,
because like
it's subjective, but like, I mean, I feel like you can't really say which way or the other.
and that's what I'm saying. There's not a true conversion, but me personally, I would look at the Group 4 guy because you're playing. Because it's not like you're playing Group 3 or something. You're playing Group 1, which is tiny schools. You know what I'm saying? And how come you didn't play? How come you didn't get recruited to Bergen Catholic? How come you didn't get recruited to Don Bosco? So there's a lot of questions surrounding like, okay, you can average 35 on this team where like all these other guys are playing like 3 other sports, and basketball is their off-season workout. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you're averaging 35 because you take 35 shots. But if you're averaging 20 out of Group 4, I feel like you get more attention. So I kind of see that what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
So.
But shout out to my boys Dan and Matt because we went to that dinner and it was a really good time. And yeah, that was a really nice way to end our senior year. Yeah, that was really dope.
Yeah, for sure.
I represent our school, so cool.
But we forgot about one thing 3 of us here would have done in high school if we went to Seatown High School.
What?
PACT. Packed, bro. Pepto-Bismol for days, dude.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, we would honestly, like, I think my resume would have looked more stacked if I went to Seatown. But you know what I mean? I had like orchestra lined up, like first chair orchestra, and then I had like packed, and then I don't know about the grades or whatever. That's variable. But like in terms of that other stuff, I would have been like, yo, look at my resume, So I think that'd be interesting.
I had Spark at BCA, so I'm cool with whatever, honestly.
Yeah, that's true. Yo, but the crazy thing about PACT was, do you remember we had to vote for kids? Remember in homeroom one day we had to vote?
I really don't remember anything for PACT.
We have to vote for?
So we got a sheet in homeroom, and it was like names of like all our kids from our grade, right? And
that's how you got it.
Yeah, so you have to write down 2 names. Like
that's how you got it.
What do you mean?
Okay.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Like, that's how we all got in. So, like, you have to write down 2 names from the kids in our grade that you thought should do pact. And for people that don't know, pact is, like, if you went to BCA, it's the spark of C-Town. And if you didn't go,
But Spark did so much more than Pact, and I know that for a fact because
okay, but like, yeah, I know you repping for your boys at Spark, but what I'm saying is like it's the equivalent, I guess. You know what I mean? I'm not saying they did
it's
the
like
same.
It's the same idea. Yeah.
Yeah, like you just integrate kids. You're like the good cops of the schools. Okay, maybe not a good reference at this time, but I'm saying like you're like the good. You like help people out. You know what I mean? Like you're the hall monitors. Like the traditional hall monitors. That sort of role. I'm not saying you are the, but like when you think of old schools, like you think of monitors.
We did orientation. That was our main thing.
We did orientation too, Pact. Remember?
Yeah,
but like it's not that big a deal.
I remember
For what?
that.
For what? Middle school?
Yeah,
High
for
school?
middle school. Exactly, for middle school.
I did that with you guys?
Yeah,
Yes,
we did it.
we were all there except Chan, because Chan wasn't in it. Yo, Chan, I guess nobody wrote your name down, bro.
Honestly, Chan, you didn't miss. You didn't really miss.
Wait,
much,
they did.
Nobody.
They definitely
Chan, you
did.
did not miss on anything. I'm telling you right
nobody
now.
wrote my name. Nobody knew who
Chan,
I was. That's basically what it was.
For you, the worst part of that should be somebody wrote my name down and nobody wrote your name down. So just think about that, dude.
Chan, you did not miss on.
No, I'm not feeling bad. I'm just saying. I found
Yeah.
out why.
I really don't remember. I just remember holding like a field day for like middle school kids.
That was the orientation.
Yeah, that was.
That's orientation.
That was the orientation, dude. So that was crazy. I remember that. I had like this group of kids, just a bunch of clowns, bro. I was like, yo, I was like, man, why am I? Dude, I was like, why am I here, dude? Like, at that time, that was the moment I was like, man, I cannot wait for high school. I can't wait to go to BCA, dude. I was sitting there, all these kids annoying me, like, yo, can I get juice? Like, can I go play this? I'm like, yo, shut the hell up. Yo, like, I'm going to BCA, dude. I'm not even gonna be here. You can fire me, Stoffmacher. I'm out, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's why. Okay, that makes a lot of sense because I Stoffmacher for class council, but also she helped out a lot with Pact, right? If I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, it seems like we had a lot of good stories, a lot of good anecdotes, a lot of good what ifs, a lot of good thoughts, a lot of good memories. But thank you guys for watching 3.5 Asian Men. It's been episode 10 with the addition of what ifs if we didn't go to BCA specifically. But thank you guys for watching and happy Father's Day and good night.